Hello. Uh, Good morning, children. Here we are again with our new lesson. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. You all have got your periodic test results. Congratulations for good marks and all of you. Today we'll go to the new block from the geography section, block 21. So let's see what's the story in for us. So today's block 21, it's the block name is the Earth in the solar system and topic is celestial bodies. So let's do the reading. The learning goes. Today we will study about the various heavenly bodies in space. You will be able to learn the features of different celestial bodies. So we'll be learning various heavenly bodies in space and we'll know what are the features of these celestial bodies are. So let me ask you a question. What can we use a telescope for? I hope you all know a telescope. What a telescope is. It's a big thing which you can look at the sky about the far away things. So I've already told you what we can do with it. But I know you must know it. Whether you have seen it in real or picture, you know what a telescope is for, right? So, but you all will agree that we use a telescope to look at things that far away. Large telescopes are used to observe the moon, other planets, and even stars in space more closely. That's what is mainly a telescope is used for. Now this is something in your book is given in the beginning, a comet's tail. Now a comet is itself a celestial body. Now when we'll read this story of a comet's tail, we'll come to know what are the other celestial bodies. So let us read it and let us find what are the other celestial bodies there. I am Halley's Comet, a beautiful celestial body made of ice and dust. So you come to know comet is made of ice and dust. Zooming around the solar system, come take a ride with me and I will introduce you to the other members of my family. Our journey begins far away from the sun. Sun itself is a star, okay? Between the orbits of Neptune and Pluto, the dwarf planet. Now these are planets. Planets are also celestial bodies which pass my four large spaceship cousin planets, the gas giants Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter, and their various moons. Moons itself is a celestial body. Okay, tighten your helmet as we approach the asteroid belt. Asteroids are also celestial bodies. Okay, between Jupiter and Mars. These enormous, unevenly shaped rocks are quite dangerous. We now approach my smaller brother and sister planets, Mars, Earth, Venus, and Mercury. Look, the asteroid's smaller brother, the meteoroid. The meteoroid are also celestial bodies. It just entered the Earth's atmosphere and is now beginning to burn up. What a beautiful sight. Put on your sunglasses. We are nearing the massive ball of heat and light, the sun. As we come close, I begin to glow bright and my tail becomes visible to the inhabitants of Earth. What an exhilarating journey. Now back around the solar system to where we started from. Now see, as the comet journey comes, it completes, we come to know all the celestial bodies that we're going to read about. Stars, moon, asteroids, planets, meteoroids. So let's see them, okay? What are the six heavenly bodies you find in a comet's tail? The six heavenly bodies are comets, planets, moons, asteroids, meteoroids, and stars. These heavenly objects are known as celestial bodies. So let us find more about them. Stars. Now stars are all everyone's favorite. Everyone looks at the sky whether there are stars or not. So these celestial bodies produce their own light and heat. The star closest to the earth is the sun. Yes, the sun is a star and it is the closest to us. That's why we can see it so big, okay, and so bright. The other stars that you see at night look so small because they are very far away, okay, and they do also have their heat and light. That's why they have light, that's why you can see them twinkling. And about heat, but they are very far, so we can't be reached to, it can't reach us. But earth, the sun, you know, is the main source of heat in the whole solar system. So the stars have got heat and got light. Now our sun belongs to the galaxy called the Milky Way. We live in a galaxy called Milky Way. Whole universe is made up of many galaxies, and every galaxy contains many solar system, many planets, many stars, and everything. It is very vast. So whole universe comprise of how many galaxies, how many solar systems, we cannot say, but many. Okay, so our sun belongs to galaxy called the Milky Way or Akash Ganga in Hindi. Now, as we are talking about the stars, you must have seen when there are many stars in the sky, we can make some pattern. And when you can make some pattern, what they are known as? They are known as constellations. Group of stars that form various patterns in the night sky are called constellations. Example, Great Bear, Ursa Major, or Saptarshi, the seven stars, which is known as minor, Ursa Minor. So I have given a picture of that also. And all our zodiac signs which people talk about, they do also make these constellations, they make the shape in the sky. Okay, so some people see that, so I thought of telling you. So that this way, whenever stars make some shapes and patterns, they are known as constellation and they have a specific name. Planets. The solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit it, either directly or indirectly. Of the objects that orbit the sun directly, the largest are the 8 planets, with the remainder being small objects, the dwarf planets, and other solar system bodies. All those objects which revolve around the sun, especially the nearer one, especially the 8 planets, plus the far away, including the dwarf planet Pluto, and the very small ones are there. And in our solar system, we are talking about. In our galaxy, there are many solar systems, but we are talking about in our solar system. All these objects which are gravitationally bound does not fall them. They don't fall. They just remain and keep rotating around the sun. They are known as planets. Okay, the 8 ones known to us, and plus there are some dwarf planets and there are some smaller ones, many are there which we do not know, or some we know the name of. Okay, and this happens in every solar system, same thing. So today we define the solar system as the sun and all objects that are gravitationally bound to the sun. So what is the definition of solar system? The sun and all other objects which gravitationally bound, means revolve around the sun, this all thing is known as solar system. The solar system is divided into inner planets, means closer one, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and the outer planets, far one, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The dwarf planet, which I said, it's there, but it's a frozen planet, the Pluto, and some smaller planets after that. Okay, so I hope you're clear with that. Next is satellites. As soon as I tell satellites, I know what's come in your mind. That rockets which go up to the sky and then there to give us the direction, navigation, radio transmission, our cellular phone networks. Yes, they are also satellites. But here we are talking about the natural satellite, not man-made satellite. Natural satellite, which is already there. For our Earth, we have natural satellite Moon. You all know Moon. Now let me tell you about moons. Every planet has moon, except one or two like Mercury and Venus we know. And there are many other planets smaller which we have to study and see. But normally other planets do have moon. Jupiter has maximum number of moons, 67 of them. Okay, so this satellite, this natural satellite moons, they do not give out their light, but you can see them is because the sun's light reflect on them. That's why we can see them. Now moon have mountains and everything, okay, but they do not have specific water and air. That's why people cannot live there. Now sometimes you see on the moon some black spots, black color. What are those? Those are the reflection of the mountains which fall on them. That's why they look black in color. So I hope you're clear with that. Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. Moon is a body that orbits around the particular body, like a planet. Like planet around the sun, planet roam around the sun, but moon roam around a particular celestial body, like in case planets. Okay, so every planet has their own satellites, own moons. Like Jupiter has 67, Mercury, Venus they do not have, the rest have their own, and our Earth has got one. So I have given a picture of moon, some of the name of the moons in Jupiter: Ganymede, in Saturn, Titan, Jupiter, Callisto, Jupiter Lo, moon, our Earth is moon, Jupiter Europa, Neptune Triton. So these are the name of the moons in other planets. Asteroids. Asteroids are small rocky objects. Okay, asteroids are small and rocky objects. Rocky means rock, na rocks. I hope you have understood that orbit around the sun. These asteroids, they orbit around the sun. Although asteroid has a belt, maximum where they found, it is a belt. They are between some planets. Okay, large planets and smaller planets in between, we found them more. That's why they are known as asteroid belts. Okay, So ranging between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Between Mars and Jupiter we find this asteroid belt. Okay, here some of the four largest asteroids names given with their size: Sirius 939 km, Vesta, Pallas, Hygiea. So these are the name of some of the asteroids. So asteroids are small rocky objects that orbit around the sun. They are basically found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, where they are known as asteroid belt. Next is meteoroid. What is meteoroid? Now meteoroid is a small rocky metallic body. Same like that rocky metallic body, but they are significantly smaller than asteroid. Okay, they are smaller than asteroid and range in size from 1 grain to 1 meter wide objects. Okay, so objects smaller than these also are known as micrometeoroids or space dust. They are like a dust, like how we clean the house, we see the dust, like they are so small, that's why they are known as space dust. They are also known as shooting stars. Why? Because sometimes we can see them in the sky, because when they come inside the earth, and let me tell you, they fall inside the planets also. In earth they have fallen many times. Sometimes they fall and fall on the earth and they make a big hole known as crater. They fall it. Okay, now whenever they come inside the earth they starts burning. Why? The reason is friction. They come with a force, and then there is air atmosphere. In this atmosphere they crashes this atmosphere and goes by, and it's a friction. They mix it and poly they they pass through it, and because of this friction it catches fire. One of the more reason is oxygen also. Because of the oxygen is there in earth, it catches fire. Sometimes they don't catch fire also and they fall normally, but most of the time they catches fire and you can see the bright light. That's why they are known as shooting stars. Okay, but they are meteoroids. Next is comets. I hope we all know comets. We have already read the story of Halley's comet. That is a comet named Halley. Okay, so comets are cosmic snowballs. Snowballs, that means made up of ice, rock, and dust. Okay, they are made up of ice, rock, and dust that orbit around the sun. We have already given you one story. It starts from where? It starts from far Neptune and last planets, and then it comes passing by all the planets and goes rotating back from the sun and goes back. Now this comet called Halley, which is in our solar system, we find it. Scientists have seen it. Its name is Halley. It comes after every 76 years. Last it came in 1886. So you can calculate the date when it will come back. Now it can, depending upon its speed, it can come faster also, but that is what book mentions about. Okay, so what is the size? It is the size of a small town. When comets brings it close to the sun, it heats up. When it comes close to the sun, because of the heat, it heats up, gets heat, and spews dust. It started spilling dust and gases into a giant glowing. It starts glowing. Okay, and head larger than most planets and seems to be larger. Example, Halley's comet. You can see in the picture also, when it's coming near sun, it's more brighter, burning, and it can spread the gas and the dust. So I hope you have understood. Next is, let's do a revise what you have studied till today. The sky is full of marvelous things for us to look at, such as the sun, moon, stars, planets, comets, meteoroids, etc. These are together known as celestial bodies. The moon changes in shape from full moon, also known as Poornima, to new moon, Amaasvasya, when you can't see it at all. The moon takes 28 days, 14 days to become half, and then again 14 days to come complete. Okay, this is the time it takes from full to half and to full again. Stars such as the sun are very big and very hot, but they look small because they are very far. Sometimes we can't see the stars because of the bright lights from the moon and the earth. Stars usually have planets like Earth circling them. Stars have their own light, so they shine and twinkle, but planets and moons only reflect the lights of the stars. Group of stars that we see as different patterns are known as constellations. One example is the small bear, known as the seven stars of the Saptarshi constellation. People traveling at sea look at the stars to know the direction. Okay, and moons are also satellites smaller than other satellites that we use as the man-made satellite. Lastly, assignment. Read the section celestial bodies from the content book, page number 2 and 3. Complete S1 in your workbook. Complete practice question Q1 in your content book and Q2 in your notebook. Q2 is a drawing. Okay, draw it nicely and complete the assignment in the Google Classroom. I'll give one question. Okay, if you have any doubts, please contact me. Now if you want to show me this practice question and that notebook, you can send me in WhatsApp. in your copy. Lastly, thank you. Take care.